Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to episode 3 of my new tree breeding guide for Minecraft Forestry and Extra Trees. And in this episode, we are going to be going over the family of trees, starting with the common beech. There are just a few to cover. But I wanted to do this little subgroup separately, so let's go ahead and get started here. But before I do, actually, I'm going to go ahead and mention if you would like to get your hands on this map that I've created here, so you can take an in-person look at what I've done, as well as the tree of trees that you may have seen mentioned in the first episode. The download will be available through a link in the description below. But now let's get on to the actual trees. The first one here is the common beech, and you are going to need the silver birch and apple oak in order to get that. It is one of the first few trees you will be getting when you're doing your crossbreeding. There are some variances to the shapes and sizes of the different trees, but the maximum width that you're going to want if you want to ensure having space for all of the different types is a radius of 3 from the sapling. They do grow up to a height, excuse me, they do grow up to a height of 9, and that is the every 10th one here, and I have that mark on all of the different examples so you can see how high they grow. The tree density is about average for the rest of the trees in these mods. So you can see that about every 4 or so saplings will produce a tree if you cram a whole bunch of them next to each other, like for making a farm or whatever. But you can expect to get about 5.7 logs and about 5.2 saplings out of each tree, and that's over a sample of 20. So it will give you a positive gain. Now, a lot of the trees in this branch will give you some sort of fruit or nut. The beech tree, the common beech tree, will give you these beech nuts. And the wood that you can get from them is the beech wood here, and you can see what the planks and the logs look like from the cross section there, the bark and all that. But that is what the beech tree is, and it is a tier 2 tree based on the way I have this set up. That means that the tier 1 trees are the core trees, tier 2 are the next level out, tier 3, and so on. So that's what that blue wool signifies. But moving on to the next tree, we have got the pecan tree. And in order to get this, you are going to need the common beech and the silver birch. And this red stripe here signifies that there are no other new species that you can make using this tree. So it's sort of an end of the line thing. Doesn't mean you can't make hybrids, but it is the end of this leg for making new species. This tree will produce the pecan nuts, which the nuts can be used, by the way, for making seed oil as well as just eating them raw. You can't cook them or anything, but the logs that you're going to be getting from these are hickory wood, and the hickory wood planks, you can see what they look like there, as well as the bark. There is a little bit of variation with the different tree sizes and heights, but they can grow up to a height of 9. Once again there. These little nodules here, by the way, that you get on the leaf blocks. Let me go ahead and get some bone meal here. There we go. You can see that they change color. This one's sort of got a greenish tinge to it. If I hit it with the bone meal, it brightens up to that lighter color, and that's how you know when the fruit is ripe and able to be gotten from it. But you can expect to get 6.5 logs and 10.3, almost 10.5 saplings on average per tree, and the more leaves there are, the higher yield of saplings. But that's this tree. It is a tier 3 tree, and you can see the average density there because of the extra width. They aren't going to be growing as close to each other as the first one there, the common beech. Moving on to the next one, the copper beech this time. You'll need the common beech and red spruce to get that. Once again, it is an end-of-the-line tree. You can expect to get almost 6 logs and saplings per tree. There is some variation with how they grow in shape and height and all that, but these also grow up to a maximum of 9 blocks. They do need a width of 3 to ensure being able to get all of the different tree sizes between saplings, so do measure appropriately. And this will once again give you the beech nut as well as the beech wood, and once again you can see that here. Butterfly, hello! And that's the tier 3 tree, the copper beech. Moving on to the next tree in this branch, the Brazil nut. You will need the common beech once again, and you'll need some jungle trees in order to get this. And the wood, as a matter of fact, is the jungle wood that you get in just vanilla Minecraft. And these are the vanilla planks. But you can expect to get about 9 logs and just under 4 saplings per tree. It's a little bit better than a jungle tree there, but you can expect to get some of these Brazil nuts. Once again, you can get seed oil out of them. I think it's probably, well, let's see here, 0.1 buckets usage. Should probably have this information also. I think most of them are 0.1. Oh, no, this is less than 0.1. I will go ahead and add that information, I guess, before I upload the map so that you can have that there too. But you will need a maximum width of 2 out from the sapling in order to guarantee getting the full width of the tree here. And they can grow up to a maximum height of 11 for this one. And that is a tier 3 tree once again. And you can see how closely they grow next to each other. And moving on to the final tree in this episode. This one is not the end of the line. It actually goes off to make 2 more branches, which I'm going to separate into 2 different episodes. But it is the common alder, and you will need silver birch and the common beech once again in order to get this tree. There is, as you can see, some variation in width and height and size for the different types of this species. It can be this little stumpy club-looking tree, or it can be this big meaty mace-almost looking tree. But in order to accommodate all the different types, you will need a radius of 2 there. And they can grow up to a height of 7 for this one. But you can expect to get about 4.5 logs out of one tree, as well as almost 2 saplings per tree. Getting started with this one, you might, especially if you get one of these, you might want to use a grafter to guarantee getting multiple saplings so you can get a grove of them going if you want for a farm. But there's no fruit that you can get from these trees. That up there is a signifier of a crossbred leaf block by these butterflies that are showing up everywhere. And I don't know if the butterflies show up because there are trees or if they are just there on their own. But you will be able to get this alder wood out of this, and that's what the alder wood looks like. The bark, the planks, and the cross section of the logs themselves there. But this is also a tier 3 tree. And this is the final tree in this episode. So, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And when I see it, I will do my best to respond as quickly and thoroughly as possible. If you like this video and you like what I'm doing here, please feel free to give a like. I do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future stuff comes out. If you do want to get your hands on a copy of this map for examining yourself, don't forget the link will be available in the description below. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here, so thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.